Hi there, thanks for coming back to the channel. The title for today's video is Why Are You Losing Twitter Followers? Keep watching and I'll give you my thoughts after the break. Hi there, before we get into today's topic, if you've not subscribed already, today's topic, why are you losing Twitter followers? Okay, so here I am on my YouTube page. I'm going to flick now from YouTube to Twitter. Here's my Twitter profile. You can see that I have almost 21,000 followers, which is good. But I want to go back a couple of years ago. I had around 22,000 followers. So I started at that time to look at the possible reasons for my slow decline in followers. And I've come up with a few reasons, 3 reasons that I'm going to discuss in this video. So if you're interested in finding out why you may be losing followers, they may be the same reasons or the same causes as I've investigated and found out for my own channel, in relation to my own channel. So the first of those is that Twitter has made no secret of the fact that they are trying to remove fake followers. When Twitter, and Twitter has, I think, globally around 330 million monthly active users, Twitter realized that they had a disinformation problem and a sort of bots were active on the platform. This is going back a few years now, so that they made a conscious effort to identify the activity that bots normally do, sort of mass following, mass liking and retweeting of particular pieces of content. They identified the activities that these bots and the fake followers normally do, and then they've worked out a criteria. They're not publishing this criteria, obviously, because people would game the system, but they've worked out a criteria or a list of characteristics of fake followers, and they've been steadily and behind the scenes just removing them. So without any appeal to fake followers on my behalf, obviously I must have had some fake followers in my 22,000 followers. So in the last couple of years they've been gradually removed by Twitter. I don't see that as anything alarming or too worrying. You probably don't see a lot of people talking about this because it's something, you know, your follower count is going down instead of up. So people aren't going to talk about that on social media, but I like to keep it 100. I like to keep it real with you. So yes, I've noticed I used to have 22,000 or 23,000 followers on Twitter, and now I've got around 21,000. A lot of that is attributable to the first reason I've just discussed, and that's fake followers. The second reason is that people may be on Twitter and they may not be fake followers, but they may be inactive. So people who are inactive on Twitter, if you're inactive for a particular time, because Twitter has had to look at misinformation in the same way that Facebook has had, particularly in the run-up to US elections, there's been a lot of misinformation circulated on these social media platforms. So Twitter has taken it upon themselves, and they've been obviously asked to do this, to make sure that people are genuinely, authentic and so on, real people, because people were opening up multiple accounts to retweet their own tweets and make themselves look more popular and all of the rest of it. So there are lots of activities going on that Twitter wanted to clamp down on. Number one, fake followers. We talked about that. Number two is inactives. So if you had a Twitter account in 2013, for example, and then you just thought, you know what, I'm not going to engage on this platform. I'll stick with LinkedIn, or I'll stick with YouTube, or maybe I'll stick with Facebook, depending on the sector that you're operational in. If that's if that was your conclusion, you've maybe just became inactive on Twitter, and Twitter has removed inactive followers. So people who started or experimented with the platform but decided, you know, it's not for me, and they just left themselves with a profile, but they didn't do anything about it. Those sort of people have been removed. So we can see that fake followers, inactives, two very good reasons why people are being removed from Twitter, and why Twitter has cleaning up the platform in that respect. And those are 2 reasons why you may be losing followers. The third reason is more could be your responsibility. You could be tweeting. I don't do any of this. I'm just showing you some tweets from my platform, so that from my feed, so that you don't have to just listen to me in the right corner the whole way of this video. the third reason could be down to you, and what I mean by that is you could be tweeting controversial content. So if you're tweeting extreme political views, right wing, extreme left wing, religious views that are contentious, or anything that seems to contravene Twitter's terms and conditions and terms of use. So if you're preaching hate speech or just being very intolerant of other people generally, that could be the third reason why you're losing followers. And it might not be that you're tweeting it. You may just retweet or like somebody that's very controversial for a particular reason, or they've said something that's not acceptable to the vast majority of Twitter users. So there are a number of reasons. And I mean, the controversial content, you're probably aware of that. If you're tweeting something that's controversial, I'm not going to give examples, but if you're tweeting something that's controversial, yeah, that would be a reason for you to lose followers. But more than likely, if you're a B2B business user of Twitter, then your followers, if they have declined, will be due to the first two reasons that I gave. One was the fake followers, so that Twitter is combating fake users of Twitter and removing them. And secondly, inactives, people who started on Twitter, got bored or got distracted, maybe got distracted by TikTok or Instagram or something else, and have not continued to be active. So those are probably the two main reasons, and the controversial content would be a possible third. But I think you'll be well aware of that, because you're going to get an instant response to that kind of content, and I would advise you obviously not to do that. So that's a short video just talking about something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's losing Twitter followers and what the reasons behind it. If you're in that situation, don't worry, keep making content is of value to your target audience, keep distributing it, make sure that you synchronize all of your social media platforms, so that if you're creating new videos, make sure you do tweet them, obviously on Twitter. And if you're creating new blog pieces, new blog posts, make sure that you create tweets around those and put those into your distribution, so that you're keeping your content stream fresh. And in that way, you will still have a very good community on the platform, and people who are sort of quality followers rather than bots or inactives. Thanks for watching all the way through. Hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give me a like. Click on one of the two screenshots to watch another video, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye. If you've not subscribed already, bye-bye.